Welcome back to the channel, guys. Right, so got the Xpeeding rods for the K16.
Lovely.
Very nice, come in a nice box,
Yep.
nicely packaged. Got all the relevant paperwork here with the specs on, etc. And a little brochure on all the bits that they do. Coilovers for a Subaru, which we're still trying to get under our sponsorship deal, hopefully, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice 3D sticker comes with it.
A good sticker with that, don't you?
And the rods. So these are a really good product, mate. I do like these rods.
Yeah.
They come with the ARP 2000. I mean, for the price, these are like 370 quid a set or something like that.
It's pretty
I mean,
cheap.
it's got 70, 80 quid's worth of bolts in it.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So I don't quite know how they do it for that. But yeah, we've never had an issue with these. They measure absolutely cock on every time. Although I haven't measured these yet, but I will do, obviously. So yeah, we've got the rods for the K16. We are still waiting for the pistons. Pistons are an acrylite from QED. So they're on the way. And what else is it? What else do we order?
Blanking kit for...
Blanking kit that he's got. He's sending... Oh, camshafts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they should be done this week from Newman. Newman are doing the... I think it's their own spec anyway, but... So yeah, as soon as I get all the bits, hopefully next week, I should be able to crack on with this. Little BSA, B25 barrel, mate.
Yep.
Now this was brought to me this morning, actually.
Oh, right.
Well, I call him a friend now. I spoke to him a couple of times. He's been in before. A guy called Chris. Chris watches our channel.
Yeah.
Big fan. Chris was the gentleman that purchased from Silverstone Auctions the dearest 3-door Cosworth, not RS 500, but normal 3-door.
Yeah.
Fetched the highest money. I think with fees, etc., it's just over 100,000 quid.
Bloody hell.
I know, a lot of money, isn't it? But there's some history on the car for Chris. So apparently he used to own the car himself years ago, which he sold in the 90s. Actually, I do believe, I might be wrong, but I do believe he sold the car to purchase a load of bits for BSAs. So he's obviously into BSAs.
Yeah.
I might be wrong there, but I think that's what it is. Watching Adam Smith's video, interviewing, what's his name, the RS 500 registrar. Can't remember his name now. But yeah, he's so he purchased the car back on auction, went all out, was going to pay whatever, and it fetched, as I say, just over 100,000 quid.
That's a lot
but it's
of money.
done just over 10,000 miles from new, white, and
right.
Paul Limpfert, that's it. And apparently Paul said it's one of the best 3-doors of any type that he's ever seen. So yeah, lucky owner. But yeah, so he's down at Croyd visiting. Apparently he comes down Croyd visiting now and again. He's down for a week and he's bought me this little BSA barrel. So he's supplied his own liner from Westwood. This is a specific B25 BSA liner, and that is the old liner that's come out. So it is an interference fit, not fully finished, got to bore it yet. Yeah. So they leave 0.5 mil in there, so we've got to take that out. Got to run a 3 thou running clearance. This is a new piston. So what I do is we've managed to press that out rather than have to bore it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to be a bit careful, and we tend to bore them out so they peel out, but this is pushed out. So we've got a step here. So with that liner out, there is a recess in the barrel in the top there where this step sits, but we've got to run a little bit of protrusion of this step just above the block face of the barrel face. So at the moment we've got about 30 thou there, but what I can do is put this in the lathe and turn that down to whatever we want. So I'm going to try and get hold of Chris and see what protrusion he wants to run there, because the old one was actually flush.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's what I've got to do. I've got to bore it out 0.5 mil, and I said to Chris I would get this finished. Although he said there was no rush, I'm going to get this finished for the end of his holiday, which will be the end of this week, so he can pick it up, take it home.
Ideal.
So yeah, it was nice to see Chris. He brought his son in as well, nice lad. Yeah, dearest 3-door Cosworth. 'Tis a beauty though. I said if we're ever up that way, on our way to a track day or something, we'll pop in there and have a look at it.
Yeah.
Quite nice to do a little
Yeah,
video
yeah.
on that if he lets us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, a little visit from him. CVH, we've got the Helix uprated clutch now,
Yeah.
and we've ordered a load of dowels for the Cosworth and the CVH.
Yeah, the flywheel
because we have to.
ones, yeah.
Sometimes you have to
Break
drill them
them,
out,
cut
break
'em,
them.
yeah.
So we just ordered a load from Burton, and you balance the crank assembly. So I've got the bearings in now. I've just obviously I sized the rods, put the bearings in there, so they're all done, all balanced up. And I'm going to do in a minute. I think you've just put it into wash, haven't you?
The crank, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get that in there once I've cleaned it out. Stick a piston on a rod. The only thing is with these, because they are not circlipped, they're string fit, we're going to have to unfortunately fit a piston onto the rod properly. And if we need to do a dummy build, and if we need to take some off the top, what I'll do on this one, if I remove the cap, I can set that up actually on the mill, and just take some off that. But it's a lot easier to do the other ones in the lathe. So whatever I have to take off that, I'll take off the other three. So that's the CVH.
Yep. I've got the cylinder head round on the bench as well, so.
Oh, have you? You're just going to strip it
strip
out
it
and
out
see
and
what
check it.
needs to be done, if anything.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, but I just thought.
Yeah, we may as well. I
Let's
don't know
have a
whether
look.
they've done the guides or anything. Not
Yeah.
really any history on it, but it looks quite nice. So
Yeah.
hopefully. Turbo we've had done, which is in there.
Yep.
So this week the plan is to crack right on with this one. Ordered the pistons for the Cosworth. I've bored it now and finished honing it. So the block's pretty much done, just waiting for it to cool. But there was a bit of confusion when I spoke to Paul at Mar. They sent us one piston as opposed to one set, so we've got to wait for the other three. Not a big deal, no major rush. So yeah, this is the one I want to get this done this week.
Yep.
And the next couple of weeks. I don't think there's any major rush for that, but we're hoping to get the K16 and this one done in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Going to try and get that other A series done as well this.
Yeah,
next
get the
week.
A series done. We've got another couple of Cosworths on the way
Yeah.
in the near future, so that should work well. This one's going soon, mate.
Yeah.
Part of the furniture at the minute, but customers paid for that now.
It's a lovely piece of furniture though.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to just have in the corner of the workshop, wouldn't it? As a bit of an ornament, but quite an expensive ornament.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble. So yeah, I'll have to get that on the pallet in the next day or two. Get
Yep.
that on its way. So what have you been up to the weekend? Anything interesting?
Nothing too much, just been in the sun and
Family do?
yeah, family party.
Couple of drinks?
Couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So this week, mate, the weather's meant to be nice this week, isn't it? Bit of a
Yeah.
heat wave coming. Get the old kit car.
Get it down.
Get
and
it
get
down.
It out.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm not going to ask him again because I know he's busy, but Tom Upton did say we'd try and get the linkage for the gear selector, so to turn it around. We would try and get that done before we did our track day at the weekend, Castle Combe. Hopefully, but as I say, ain't going to pester him. If he can't do it, then we'll have to try and get the hang of it and try not to blow the motor up. But yeah, looking forward to having a go in that now.
Yeah.
You've still got to get the hang of the clutch.
I ain't even tried it yet.
No, I'm a bit dreading that really. I can see us having to go off out of the pits on the old starter motor.
Probably.
It's not the easiest. It's not the most friendlier things to use now, but unfortunately, there ain't a lot we can do about it because I've had a look at the only option really there's two options. One, to change the master cylinder to a more progressive, I suppose, longer throw one, but that's the smallest one they do.
Yeah.
Or we will have to try and think of another way to change the linkage where it is positioned on the pedal.
I reckon we should just have somebody running along behind the car.
Yeah.
So you can give them a little push.
Yeah,
Make it a bit easier.
I think so. But we're going to have to get it out this week and get it outside and maybe have a little
Give it
drash,
clean.
take it somewhere and try and get the hang of it a bit, innit?
Yeah.
And make sure that there's no, we've ironed out all the little issues. Be a shame if we got to Castle Combe and something went belly up, but I've
Definitely
got full
gonna need,
confidence in Stuart's work.
Yeah. I reckon we will need the tools this time though.
We'll take the tools,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
But it'd be quite interesting. I think there's 3 or 4 of us going this time.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine has got an MX-5. caged up. Well, no, has he caged it? No, he ain't. He's put tyres and coilovers and that stuff on it, so it'd be quite interesting.
Is Joe Oates going? Or no?
Joe's not going. No, I don't think he's got a car in action at the moment because he's been concentrating. The focus is off the road, but he's been concentrating on the Noble.
Oh yeah, he's got a Noble, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a Noble, so I think he's a bit out of action this year, or has been. So yeah, looking forward to having a go in that, mate.
Yeah.
Hello guys! Don't you just love it when you do a 5 or 6 minute video, sit down and record, and you forgot to press record? That's exactly what I did a few minutes ago, and now I'm having to do it all again. So here I am again, guys. Take 2. Right, so thank you very much for all your comments regarding the last video and on the damaged parcel that's arrived to the customer. We've come in this morning to a long email from the customer, obviously watched the video. I know he watches the videos anyway. He didn't say much about being upset about me putting it on the channel, but what he did say was, he said that he thinks that I'm lying and I've portrayed it as being completely the courier's fault for damaging the box. That's not what I meant, and that's not what I think I said. We obviously have a duty of care to make sure that any goods that we work on or supply arrives at the customers undamaged, etc. And that's exactly what we try and do. We use the same couriers on most things. We send a lot of parcels out, a lot of pallets out, etc. And this very rarely happens, to be honest with you. If the box arrived damaged, that is... Obviously, we are in the hands of the courier between here and there, but that's not to say that I'm blaming them. We should, obviously, we've got a duty of care to make sure that that parcel is sufficiently packaged so that if anything does happen, things don't get damaged. We've had it in the past where we've sent boxes and the items have still been damaged. So if that's the way they are going to be treated, not to say that they have in this instance, but if they are, then it's very difficult to ensure that the goods are going to arrive there undamaged. But anyway, the customer did state that he's lost confidence in us. He doesn't want to bring the goods back or send the goods back. He would like to, he said that he supplied the customer with a head that he had in stock there, and he would like some sort of compensation, like a refund or a full refund on the job that we've done. But unfortunately, I've responded to his email. I've said, look, I'm really, really sorry this has happened. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, obviously. But there is a process to this warranty sort of stuff, and we need the goods back. Obviously, we will get them collected and return them free of charge. We need them back to rectify any damage that has been done. If the damage cannot be rectified, then obviously we will talk refunds and compensation. But there is a procedure. Obviously, we in the past, not that this is what's happened here because he sent us photos and it's quite clear what's happened, but we have had people plenty of times in the past that have been in touch saying that they've had goods back. This has happened, that's happened, they want a refund. You know, we need the thing back to have a look at it and make sure, basically see if we can rectify the issues before we start talking about refunds, just to see it with our own eyes more than anything. He said that there's a couple of other issues, like a couple of bent studs that has happened. So yeah, we need to have a look at that, the cylinder head. I said, obviously, at his convenience, get it boxed up or whatever he's going to do, palleted, and I will have it all collected and turn it round as quick as possible. So yeah, as I say, thank you very much, guys, for commenting on the last video. A lot of them were basically saying we should have packaged it more correctly, which is completely fair enough. Maybe we should have done. I personally, a lot of the time, package it myself. I put them in boxes, but I left it to John that day. Not to say that I don't know how he packaged it, so I can't comment on that. But we will obviously do our best to make sure this never happens again in the future. It's a learning curve, and I did say the reason I put it on there is not to make drama, to be honest with you. It's because I said to everyone that I'm going to put everything on this channel, good, the bad and the ugly, to be honest. So yeah, very, very sorry. You lot were quite within your rights to comment saying that, you know, we were in the wrong there. Absolute fair enough. I can understand the customer's frustration, but there is a routine we have to go through with this. There is going to be inconvenience, we know that, but we will get it back as quick as we can. So thank you very much, guys, for commenting. And it's tail between our legs. We're, you know, responsible at the end of the day. Onwards and upwards. Let's hope we can get this thing sorted. Moving on to the second channel, we've now handed over the second channel to Isaac, and he's changed the name.
Changed the name
to
Bear and BTS, behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So we'll put a link to that channel in the description below. So go over there. I don't think you've done any videos yet, have you?
I have started something.
Really?
And it's, yeah, on the way, but...
You just got to do them and pump them out.
Yeah.
So obviously when you get the Subaru back, there'll be plenty on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for mostly, like, so I can get stuff constantly going out. But
yeah. What's the news on the Subaru?
A little bit of a setback at the minute.
Right.
But I don't know whether it's going to affect the arrival date or not.
Which setback is?
The setback, we need a breather pipe, and it's a bit difficult to find.
Have you bought any silicone pipes for it?
No, I haven't.
All original?
Yeah.
Some ain't
the ones
easy
I
to
have
get,
bought,
are they? Even in silicone, some are not easy to get, are they?
No, not really. They're, yeah, all a bit difficult. But
yeah.
The ones I've got already are I've basically bought all of the breather pipes that were listed for my car on import car parts.
Right.
And this one I need isn't on there, so...
That's a nuisance.
Gonna have to try find it.
Well, hopefully you can, fingers crossed, might be able to get that done this week.
Hopefully.
He wants you up there for the start of the turn of the key, doesn't he?
I think he does, yeah.
Better get that on video, mate.
Yeah, will do.
Because you're dreading it, aren't you?
I am absolutely terrified.
I remember the first time I built my first Cosworth, which was mine, and I was the same.
Yeah.
Although when I did turn the key, mine did sound like a one-man band.
Did it?
Yeah.
It didn't sound good?
No, it sounded horrendous. But that's because I didn't know then that there was that bolt that could touch the pickup pipe on the oil pump.
Oh, right, so it was
and it did.
clanging away.
Yeah, clanging away was an understatement. I rang John in panic.
Oh, no.
He didn't know, but yeah, we took the sump off in the end and seen where it had just been touching. But yeah, all the clearances you give that are fine, mate. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Full confidence. You've done that second Subaru and that was all good.
Yeah.
So
that one went well.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Full confidence.
Hopefully. The main thing I'm worried about is because it's dual AVCS, like the variable valve timing, I'm worried that once it's got oil pressure, it's just going to advance the shit out of the inlet valves and
do you have to set that up though? You haven't had them to bits, though, have you?
No, I haven't had them to bits, and apparently they're spring loaded and they go back to full retard.
What, and lock out?
And lock out, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the BMW ones.
Yeah.
The only way they would do that is if the locking mechanism failed, but it wouldn't run right. It probably wouldn't run.
But I don't know I don't have any information for the old pistons that I had in it beforehand.
What, for clearance?
I don't know what the compression heights were. And I tried measuring it, but it was a bit hard to measure.
It'll be fine, mate.
I don't know, I'm just overthinking it, I think. But I'm just all I was thinking was like, what if it just advances like crazy and just absolutely smashes a piston? But I don't know.
It'll be all right. You'll be fine. I don't think so. As I say, if it's that tight where it locks out, there's not a lot you can do really. It just unlocks under oil pressure and advances under the oil pressure.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. Because everything I've read about it says you ain't got to worry about them. No. You just time it up like normal and it sorts itself out.
Yeah, well, it's exactly the same as the second one, wasn't it, that we did?
Yeah, no, that one only had AVCS on the exhaust cam.
Yeah, but it had on.
No, inlet cam. Yeah.
It had on. It's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Be all right.
But it never gets any easier, mate. Honestly, the amount of engines you do for yourself, I was the same with my Escort. I'd done a good few Cozzies by then. Done my Escort, still the same.
Terrified. Yeah.
So that never gets any easier. But
be all right, I reckon.
Be all right.
Find out soon enough, won't we?
Find out, yeah. I don't think I've got my mic on, have I? Probably not. No.
Yeah, no. You don't. Ah. Wait, yeah, you do.
Have I? Yeah, I got it on.
Yeah, they're both on. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's all good.
That'll do anyway.